package has just arrived. I'm going to take you through opening it, cleaning it up, testing it, selling it, and finding out how much we can get for it. Now, according to the eBay listing, this should be a Sega Mega Drive with 4 games that I bought for £51.33. Whether or not that's what's actually arrived, we'll find out. It's time to open up and see what's actually come. So at first glance, we're off to a good start. Really nice packaging, got packaging peanuts, some bubble wrap, 5 games instead of 4. That was a little bit unexpected. Definitely got some scratches on it, a lot of just dirt, some rust on the inside as well. Batman Returns. No instructions. It does have the cartridge. Mega Games 1. This one comes with instructions. And everything looks good from the outset. Sonic Spinball. Now, I never actually got to play this as a kid, but it looks really fun. Again, no instructions. This one's a lot dirtier than the rest. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, classic game. Quite a lot of these being sold, so it's not worth too much. I mostly got this bundle for the console itself. The games are just a nice bonus. Everything's really dusty though, I can feel it on my hands. And Sonic 1. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's something loose inside and it's missing a screw as well. Okay, so console, 4 games, and got all the accessories for it as well. Again, nicely wrapped. Now, other than being really dirty, this is a good job. This is one of these ones where if you flick the switch, it repeatedly presses the button. Another one, always good to have 2. It appears there's no power cable or video cable. That's unfortunate. I do have my own, so I'll be able to test it with that, but it does mean that in order to sell it, we're going to have to buy some cables to go along with it. Just to give you guys a little bit of insight into how I'm recording this, got quite a convoluted setup here. Output from the Mega Drive is a SCART, which then goes into a SCART to HDMI converter, HDMI from that, is then going into my capture card, and also is going to be coming out to my PC display. Alright, I've got everything plugged in. Moment of truth. Okay, so I've done absolutely no cleaning to this whatsoever. Only thing I've done is blown into the cartridge port. You know, standard stuff. I've put in one of my own games that I know works, just so we can test it out. So here we go. The power light's on, so that's a good sign. The screen's gone black, but not getting any output yet. There we go. Just gave the cartridge a good old blow. We got the load screen. There's a Sega logo. Okay. Let's see if we can play it. Has anyone else played Mega Bomberman before? It's an absolutely classic game. Okay. Since I know that this game works, I'm going to stop testing that one there. Let's say I've already tested this one before, so I'm not concerned about it. Let's move on to the ones that are new to me. Okay, up first, Sonic 2. Not off to a great start. Let's put this one to the side for now. Right, Sonic Spinball. I'm actually really excited to play this one. I hope it works. Get it into the Mega Drive, power on. We have a loading screen. What a game. So far this is playing completely fine. I have no concerns about this game. I think this one just needs a little clean. Cool, lovely. Right, next one. Mega Games 1. Don't immediately have the loading screen. There we go. A good blow always fixes things.
That's what she said.
I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Everybody else is just gone. Oh, figured it out. There's a go button. Game over. But it is working. We'll take that. For our final game, Batman Returns. Again, not immediately getting the loading screen. There we go. What'd I say? A good blow. Don't know how I feel about the display here. I know the signal's being converted a few times, but this doesn't quite look right. Okay, so all three buttons on this controller are working. They feel a bit sticky. Like they're not springing back as much as I feel they should. So I think this controller might need opened up and cleaned on the inside. So I still think there's something not quite right with this cartridge. I'm going to give it a clean. Maybe that's going to help get some dirt off of the connecting pins or something. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Alright, so one working console, two working controllers, and two definitely working games out of the 5. No cables for the console either. So far this is a 50-50 buy. If we can get the other games working, I'm going to be happy with it, and hopefully we can sell it for enough that the cost of the cables isn't going to outweigh any profits. So let's go over and clean some of this stuff up. So I'm going to start with the games that we know work first, because they're going to require less work. And with that, Mega Games 1 is done. Alright, the next one that we had that was working, Sonic Spinball. Just like that. Sonic Spinball's done. Okay, right, Batman Returns. This is one of the games that wasn't working. Okay, so cleaned out Batman Returns. That'll get added to the pile of let's try this again. There was quite a lot of dust and dirt on top of the pins on the cartridge, so I'm hoping that that was what was causing us to have some weird video inputs, but we'll try it again at the end. Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Alright, Editor Kami here. Didn't realise at the time, but my microphone died halfway through recording this video, so I'm just going to sum things up for you. I proceeded to clean down the console. I ended up stripping it apart, getting inside, cleaning up as much rust and dust from the inside as possible. I soaked the casing for the console inside a cleaning solution to try and get as much of the built-in dirt off of it as possible, before finally going over the top with some T-cut to try and take out as many scratches as possible, and that actually worked out really nicely. The controllers, very similar, stripped them down, soaked all of the plastic parts in the cleaning solution, went over them with some T-cut to get out the scratches, and at the end they were working flawlessly. I then went on to test the games that weren't previously working, and managed to get them all working to a good standard to the point where I could sell them all. Anyway, back to the video.
Alright, so it's been a couple of days since the last video. Got a replacement AV and power cable for the Mega Drive. I bought these for £10.18 off of Amazon, which gives a running total for the console of £61.51. That includes the games as well, so I'm just hoping to try and recuperate that, plus a little bit of extra profit when selling it all. So next up, going to get everything laid out for a photo and get it all listed. Alright, so I've just gone and set up all the items for a photo. Literally just have 2 A1 sheets of white paper, a desk lamp from IKEA, and everything else laid out neatly on top of it. That's all we need for taking these photos. Alright, so I've just finished taking the photos. I'm just about to upload them onto Vinted and also eBay this time. I reckon from doing a little bit of research, I could probably sell the console with Mega Games 1 for around about £45. They're typically selling for about 40 to 50, so if I go right in the middle, 45, I'd be happy with that. I also think I can sell Batman Returns for £15. Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 are both worth about £10 each, and Sonic Spinball's also worth about £15. So just from those 4 individual games alone, that's £50 worth of income. If I can sell the console with Mega Games 1 for £45, that's going to give us a net profit of about £35 from this, which is pretty good going. So I'm going to get those listed. Next time you hear from me, things will be sold. Alright guys, so it's been 2 days since I listed the Mega Drive and the games for it for sale. So far, I've managed to sell the console, and I've managed to sell one of the games for it as well. The console, managed to sell it for £47.40, and one of the games, Sonic Hedgehog, managed to sell it for £10.19. That means that so far in this bundle, I've managed to sell £57.59 worth of items. Still have 4 games available to sell, which I reckon we can get another £20–25 for. And currently we're only down by £3.92. Provided those other 4 games can sell, it's going to turn into a really nice profit. Anyway, that's it for this week. I'll keep you updated on if the other stuff sells, and I'll see you later.